Hi everyone, it's Jeannie again, and I am back with the wrap up to my 12 by 12 paper pad project for November. And I actually am getting kind of a early start on finishing this one up just because I actually made some Thanksgiving cards that I want to get mailed out today. So I wanted to give you a look at the projects that I made this month. And so just as a reminder, here's the project that I've been doing all year. This is my 11th month of picking out a paper pad and making at least 3 projects, in that month. So anyhow, if you'd like to play along, here are the guidelines, and I've got a playlist going, and I have another gal that has joined me in our quest, so we're having some fun with this, but would love to have you join. And I'm hoping by December I will have I'll have decided what I'm going to do, if I'm going to continue this through 2018 or if I'm going to change it up a little bit. I've got some ideas, maybe for some other series I'd like to do too. So anyway, but let me go ahead and remind you of the paper pad that I used. So this was the pad I chose for November. This is the pumpkin spice pad, and this is the Craftsmith pad from Michaels last year. So anyway, this is what I used, and I ended up making 3 cards and a 12 by 12 layout. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the cards, and here they are, you guys. And I used just let me see if I can zoom in for you a little bit. Come on, camera. There we go. And let me flip this over too, because it's kind of busy. So anyway, so these are the cards I made, and I just used some craft card bases that I already had made. It was a blank card package that I bought. In fact, I have them right here by coordinations. So I used that. And then I also used the cut aparts from the paper, and to bring it a little bit of pizzazz, I did go ahead and in the background I used, you guys, this really old ancient set of Close to My Heart Thanksgiving stamps, and I used the Giving Thanks, and I also used these little dots here, and I went ahead and did some gold heat embossing on the background, so that's what you see here. And then I also used my embossing ink in a dauber and went around the edge of the cutouts just to kind of give them a little bit of gold, because none of the ones I chose had any gold foiling on them. This pad does, what color is it? It's more like a copper. So anyway, but I went ahead and just did that around the edges. And then for this one, I dug into my stash, you guys, and these are Prima, little Prima mulberry leaves. And remember when we were all using the mulberry flowers? And then I got some buttons out of my stash, and I also used this is actually a Christmas, it's a Michaels gold glittery enamel dot. So, and then didn't get too fancy on the inside, just embossed the Giving Thanks on the inside. And this is the one I think I'm going to send to my mom. She oh my gosh, makes the most wonderful pies in the world. And this one says Autumn Skies and Apple Pies, as you can clearly read, and so I'm going to send this one to her because I'm not going to see her for Thanksgiving. So anyway, so there's that one. And then again, these are all very similar, and they're very, very simple too. But anyway, so I used this cut apart card that says "Hello, Gorgeous," and again, same dots in the background, same gold edging, with a little mulberry flower that matched nicely, I thought, and then one of those glittery gold dots on the as the flower center, which I thought that turned out cute. And there is the inside of the card, and this one is going to my bestie in Indiana, so I'm going to send that to her. And then here is the last one that I did, and again, very similar. These were very, very simple, you guys. Did the embossing, chose this one, and this one didn't really have a good place to put a 3D embellishment actually on the card, so basically I just used the enamel dots, and again, the inside just has the Giving Thanks. And this one's probably going to go to my sister or my other good friend in Austin. I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, so those were the cards that I made, and then I made a layout. Oh, shoot. Picked up more than one thing. My table's really a disaster. And let me zoom back out for you. And this is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it all in, but this is the layout that I made. And this one, you guys, I had actually made some cuts on my Cricut a while back, and really the only papers that I use from the paper pad is this ombre orange background paper. And then I had practiced with I have a Cricut Expression. It's not one of the ones that you can hook up to the internet or anything like that. And I thought, I was watching people do those cut files and back them with paper and stuff like that. So I did. This is one of the ones that I did. I think the cartridge I used was called Paper Lace and had these butterflies on it. And I had this picture of my mom when she was visiting in 2005 where we were at. We actually have several places where monarch butterflies winter here in the area of California where I live. And really this picture was taken of my mom, I think in February, but I went ahead and put Fall Delights on here because that's really when the butterflies come. They're really here from like October to the end of February or early March. So, but we have a really cool butterfly grove nearby where you can just see thousands and thousands of butterflies, and we had taken my mom there, and so this was a picture that I took of her in front of the sign. And then so basically I used some die cuts out of those little colored die cut bins in my stash. Same with this tag. These letters are old gold and cream letters from Target. This is a a flare from Cheeky Studio. These cut aparts were also just in my little color bins, and I think this one is, and possibly this one I think are sassafras, so those are pretty old too. Oh, this paper is also, this brown polka dot paper is also from the kit, or from the paper stack, and I used a border punch. I have this popped up, and to color the butterflies, you guys, I actually used a combination of Gelatos and Heidi Swapp Color Shine, and actually some watercolor. So, and then this day sticker is from the Dollar Tree. I'm trying to think, I made a little, I used some gold hemp, and let me see if I can show you that little cluster closer. Did some inking around all the die cuts. That's also, I think, a sassafras die cut. I made a little reinforcer out of the paper too for that tag. And then there's my sweet mama, and at the Pismo State Beach Monarch Butterfly Grove. So anyway, and I love, and so I didn't really do a formal title because I really liked what this little die cut says, and whenever I think of you I smile. So, and then I've got the Fall Delights, and this is also a cutout from the paper there. So anyway, you guys, so those are my projects, and this is the wrap up for my 12 by 12 paper pad project for November 2017. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend, and I will have another project for you soon. Take care.